Namaste, this is Sunili welcoming you all to Planet to Soul Astrology. So, recently I made video on Jupiter transit in the sign of Aquarius. So, I hope you all have seen or watched that video, and if you have not, I'll be putting link in my description box, so do watch it. And secondly, very soon I'm going to make Hindi video on your Saturn as per Purana characters. I made this video in English. So for Hindi viewers also, maybe within day or two I'll be making that video too. So today what I'm going to talk, friends, uh, my mentor, I learned Jyotish Shastra from very many different sources rather, and I happened to learn first from my family, my uncles, and my grandpa. All these were definitely connected to occult sciences, and in 21st century also I learned from many mentors, and out of all these teachers from whom I have learned, one of the best master with my fortune what I have got, and one of the best person on this earth what I have come across, and I have learned a lot from this person. And you know I always adore him, I always respect him. And there is some guru tattva figure always when I see, when I meet him, and when I learn from him. It is not that I took many classes from him or something, or constantly I was learning. So he's no one else than Mr. A.V. Sundaram sir. So, Sundaram sir is one of the best, uh, you know, occultist, or I should say, one of the best Jyotishi. Nadi Jyotish, he is very much connected to. And apart from Nadi Jyotish, when I happen to meet him, when I happen to learn few pearls of Jyotish from him, or when I happen to listen to those pearls, this was something awesome. He is not only master in Nadi Jyotish, but he is also equal or maybe more masters in all streams of Jyotish Shastra, that is Vedic Jyotish also, Prashna Kundali, tarot reading also, and so many other things. But out of all these things, when I was talking to him, I was relating each and everything what he was saying, what I was noting down, or this noting down was more into my mind. And then I came to know that I am lacking so much behind. I do not know anything. So this Jyotish Shastra is so vast and so difficult. It is very difficult, as well as it is very good. That is why occult name is that it is a good Shastra. Good means which is not found very easily, or which has a very deepest meaning, which only spiritual inclined person or intuitive person can come to know, that this is the fruit of certain combinations of your chart. So today I am going to talk one or two things what I learned from him. I learned many things from him, but I was just reading my notes, and I was just thinking of talking something about his teachings. So maybe today is the time when I am doing it. So see, I learned many things from him, and it was all random things. It was not like particularly I'm learning Nadi, I'm learning Jaimini, I'm learning Aruda, because he is master in all. Everything he is master, including spirituality, including how you have to approach whenever you are doing any type of meditation. He always taught me that whatever is in your mind, You have to accept it. Do not run after anything. Things will come on its own to you. You should not run after the thing. So, talking about Jyotish Shastra, few points which I found are worth sharing with you all. So first thing what I learned from him, that your chart is very very important. No matter which ascendant you are rising, or no matter which house, like which house you are born into, like physically, which place you are born into, the major thing what plays important role in your chart as per past karma, as per past life connectivity, or as per why you have born on this earth, what is the sole purpose of your birth on this earth, so your ascendant lord plays very very important role here. So, what he taught, that wherever your ascendant lord goes in your chart, that particular house you are lacking, or that particular house you have to struggle hard, you have to work hard, and you have to give your best in that house, because in your past life, in your last life maybe, you were full of energy connected to that house, and that is why in this birth you are lacking so much energy of that house. you know Say, for example, if anybody's Lagna Lord happens to be, say, Mercury, okay, and if this Mercury is going in third house of chart, say, for example, so this is related to your own courage, where you are lacking in performing your courage, where you are lacking in giving your fruits up to the mark. This is the house where you have no siblings, or you have less connectivity with your siblings, or maybe this house is asking you that yes, you have to improve your own nature to maintain good relationship with your siblings, with your cousins, with your neighbors. And third house signification is connected to your courage. So definitely throughout life you have to struggle hard, you have to courage a lot. And uh, if this ascendant lord of yours happens to be debilitated in any house, then definitely this karma, this past life karma becomes very prominent, and that particular house becomes the major uh, impact giving house of your chart. Also, if this ascendant lord if goes in retro motion, that means you are born with retro ascendant lord, then also the things which you have left in your past life, you have to continue in this life, and in every event of your life you will remember these things, that yes, I have to fulfill this, I have to fulfill this, and why I am not getting success, or why I am not getting acknowledged because of my work, or why I am not getting any type of creditability of my work. This is the power of your ascendant lord. We always know that ascendant lord has to be seen while assessing a chart, or so many things we talk about. But what I learned from him, this was a basic thing which I learned, and then I tried to understand it, and I tried to apply it on so many charts, and I just have to say, awesome, fabulous. These words are very, fancy words. This is my true gratitude towards Sundaram sir, that I learned so much from him. And really, I'm very much fortunate to learn. I have learned so many, apart from Jyotish, also, life lessons, also, I have learned from him. The second thing, what I came to know from his teachings, that whatever is your prarabdha, that means prarabdha are drud karmas. prarabdha you cannot change. The karma which are falling on your way, you have to pay off that anyhow, right? So prarabdha is connected to sixth house of our chart, right? So sixth house of our chart, or sixth lord of our chart, is aspecting 12th house also, right? So sixth house and 12th house are 180 degrees opposite to each other. So if your 12th house is open sky, 12th house is also any type of your sanchit karma. We basically see all these things from ninth house, first house, fifth house. This is a cycle, this is a dharma cycle. But 12th house, where this prarabdha are accumulated through that 12th house also, which is open sky, the sixth house is getting connected, and it is coming into action, because 12th house is also your purva sadhana. 12th house is also your upasana, which you have already done and which you have to do in this life also. And whether your prarabdha of this life are going to be more struggleful, or this prarabdha for you will be very easeful, or it will be soothing things for you. So all these things will be decided from your sixth lord and from your 12th lord. Then you have to see in a chart that where this sixth and 12th lord are connected to each other. If this sixth and 12th lord are, say, in 311 position, 5-9 position, or they are posited together in any of trine houses, that is first, fifth, ninth, then we can say that these are beneficial combinations or beneficial position of your prarabdha. Then definitely that shows that in your life you will be in a ascending way, right? If both the planets happens to be benefic planets also, if both the planets are in a good good strength, that means they are not debilitated or they are not retrograde, then also we can say that this person's life will be smooth, or at least this person will be going upward in his or her life. But if this is when it is going in descending way, when this sixth and 12th lord are not very good in position, or it is debilitated, or it is in retro mood, that doesn't mean that you are not going to get good fruits, because and other planets also plays very important role. But when we are talking about prarabdha or past life or our karmic cycle, then definitely here we can consider that yes, this person has to pay off more towards this life. This person has to forfeit all the karmas this life. Then what you have to do? You have to do certain pariharas connected to your sixth lord and 12th lord, as per that planet, as per that planet's nature, as per the house where these planets are getting connected to each other. Then definitely these things will be these things will be very much good visible to you. And if they are in good connectivity with each other, then definitely we can say that this person is going to lead a good life. Also, when I'm talking about the 6th and 12th house connectivity, so 12th house is also 6th house of your 7th house. So this 12th house happens to be prarabdha for my spouse, that is prarabdha of your spouse is lying in 12th house of chart. So if we want to see any type of marital happiness also in a chart, that how will be the marital happiness, or how will be the connectivity with your partner, with your spouse, then also same thing. If it is in 311, or if it is in trine, or they are posited in good houses, that is trine houses together also, then also we can say that this life, it will be a better marital bliss for this person. then again the same rule applies whether it is debilitated, it is in retro mode. Then likewise you have to just categorize or bifurcate the fruits of this. But before that you have to understand the basic meaning of this prarabdha, sanchit karma, kriyaman, vartaman, bhuto, bhavishya, everything. But unless and until you are surrendered to these planets, nothing is going to be positive. So these two things I shared with you all today. Maybe in future I'll be sharing much more of my teachings from my different mentors, but this teaching is ultimate out of anything. So my humble gratitude and pranam to Sundaram sir, and next time I'll come with some another topic. By that time, stay tuned with Planet to Soul Astrology. Do not forget to subscribe, share, and hit the like button. Also, do not forget to press the bell icon. And as I always say, Sabka Mangal Ho, may all be blessed. Namaste.